All right, let's see if this is working now. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, welcome back, everyone. Whoa, a little early stream today. All right, so let's see. Over here, I got the closed captioning set up. So I'm over here on my stream. All right, there we go. And you should be able to see this little closed captioning thing right there. Right there. Like a little inception there. So you can tap on that. And then, boom. You should be able to see some closed captionings in there, which is rad. I think there's settings here, so you can enable a horizontal box, small text. Not bad. You can hide the text if you want to. All right there, totally happening. Set that up, which is pretty cool. Thanks to the Goose Man. Anyways, now that we got that running, I come back over here. Ah, hi everyone. I know it's like it's early today. Everyone's like, "Whoa, it's 1:40." James, what's going on? So, what are you gonna do? A lot of people probably join in a little bit later because, you know, well, it is actually the day before the holiday weekend here in the States. So you got Monday, everybody's off. So we'll see how we go, and then we'll come back from there. But I'm back to my normal shenanigans. As always, as you would expect, just coffee. Out of my fancier coffee, now I just got Trader Joe's coffee. So, you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Okay, it's not great. It's whatever. Pyro asks, "Am I a Scott Hanselman fanboy?" I'm a fan of the Hanselman, friend of the Hanselman, friend of the show, Scott Hanselman. In general, I would say with this app that we've been building over time, it's more of a fun way of sort of always keeping up. Hey, Mortal, how's it going? Good to see you. It's more of a fun way of keeping up with the platform, seeing how things are evolving, back and forth. That's one of my favorites. And also, Hanselman has a huge following, so if he tweets about it, then everyone learns about it. So it's like a twofer at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
While you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
Mortal, thank you so much coming in for the 8 months on your Twitch Prime. You only get one of those a month, and I appreciate it. And you gave it to me, and I love you so much. Thank you so much, buddy.
Nothing is impossible.
Coming up, we're coming up on September. Subway September, half off subs. Same donations though, so if you sub in September via paid, not Twitch Prime ones, because they're free obviously, in a day next week we'll be streaming again, of course, half off. So your favorite streamers, support them, do that thing, which is cool. And of course, subs here, bits, all that stuff goes to the Duke Langer Foundation. We're about to make a big donation and then switch it up for the last 3 months of the year. October, November, December, we will switch it up to a new one, which is cool. But yeah, how's it going, Mortal? Good to see you as always. Coffee. Fourth coffee of the day. Third coffee of the day. Made a coffee this morning. Got a work coffee from the Starbucks machine, like the push button ones that are not good. And then just made this one here. So, dude. And what I've been doing before the stream is, I don't know if you were with us last week, but we are struggle bussing with the DevOps stuff and builds and CI, and I fixed it all ahead of time, but I want to go further today. So
I'm way up, I feel blessed.
Ninja Ola, thank you so much for the follow. Super duper appreciate that. Mortal says that they are good. And me, I am good. It's a beautiful sunny day. Yesterday, I rode my bike home in the rain. Not fun, not enjoyable in general. So there's that. You know, what are you going to do? So that kind of stunk. But besides that, I don't know what's going on with these emotes. They just kind of keep flying. That's great. In general, it's just that. Ja, yeah. Asks, when can we expect hot reload available in GA? Well, it depends. Depends on the stable. I don't know if Maddie has outlined the pipeline for it yet, but it is in 16.3 as a preview. But I don't know if it's going to leave preview in 16.3. It might like ship in 16.3, maybe off by default, question mark. I think we'll probably at .NET Conf later this month. Maddie has a session on it, so she'll probably talk about it then. But it's in preview channel today, and then based on feedback and stuff, it might be on or off by default. Yeah. Oh man, Steven says, yeah, good to see you, buddy. Top of the morning to you. Says iOS DevOps certs struggle all day. Basically, that's everybody's life, right? iOS certs. You just got to do some fast lanes. So yeah, here's what was happening. Let's pop over to the machine. Okay. So if I head over to my Surface. So what has been happening is I figured out what was going on over here. So the first thing is that we had a crap ton of failures. Just, I mean, look at all these failures. And something happened. And what happened was we had brought in Shiny from Alan Ritchie. And what happened there is he used a bunch of really new packages at the end of the day. And this caused a bunch of issues because the versions of, I think, Mono or some other things that were installed on the Azure DevOps machines didn't align. So the first thing we needed to do was go to Azure DevOps. It was the build agents. So when you go in here, there's a Microsoft hosted agent link on the docs. And then going on. My Samsung kept like going. So these are all the ones that are on the machine, right? So these you can do hosted VS 2017, container, Ubuntu, all these things. So what had happened is, I think I had changed this to a different, like, older version, and then that was bad. But if you go to this included software link, this is where you need to go. And this shows you everything that's installed on the machine. And they even show you, like, what versions are there. So this one is nice because it even tells you the version of Xcode that's installed in default. So 10.12.1, this is sort of like latest. And at the time, I believe I go Xamarin, there we go. It tells you the version of Visual Studio for Mac, versions of the SDKs that are installed, etc., which is really nice. It does really outline everything for you. But the problem is that we were running into is there's all these .NET SDK versions, but it doesn't have like the latest on here. That's what I was running into. Let me show you the pipeline of how we fixed it. I was working with Jonathan Peppers, and he helped me fix it up, which was really nice. And I do plan on putting this into a. I plan on putting it into a YAML file. Hear that, people? YAML file. We'll see how that goes. I'm not 100% convinced, but so we have an agent pool for our Android device and for our iOS job down here. Now, the build pipeline, I adjusted it. They changed this recently, so this is new. You select Azure Pipelines as your hosted, and then the specification. And I'm really hoping they add another drop down, like another version of it or whatever. But so I changed it to macOS 10.14. And then this was the big kicker, is I needed to make sure I installed the latest version of the .NET Core SDK 2.2. So what was happening here is that there's a bunch of reference assemblies that get shipped with Xamarin and Mono and .NET Core, and they all sort of need to line up magically. And the 2.2 older series doesn't have some of the newer fixes in it for like the Microsoft extension stuff. So that's what needs to be inside of here. Then I'm using Boots, which is Jonathan Pepper's like command line tool. And what I decided I was going to do is install the latest 16.3 here. So Boots will install the latest beta of Mono. Android, same thing. It's going to install 16.3. This just downloads, unpackages everything, which is really nice. And then I just build the app. Now, one difference that I made here is that for some reason, if you just run like a NuGet restore on the solution, like it doesn't do anything on a Mac. But what I did is passed in /restore as additional arguments. And what that ends up doing is making sure that everything gets restored, which is nice. Same thing down here on iOS. I do .NET Core, install the runtime. We could probably clean this up a little bit. I probably do this too. Install Mono 64, install Android 3, then Mono. This one I'm just doing 6.0, just like the latest. And this would be like 16.2. So install the latest Mono 16.0, install the latest version of Xamarin iOS that I want. Now I do actually call NuGet restore, which does work, but I'm pretty sure that this also redoes it in general. So there's there. Hey, so how's it going? Good to see ya. Just talking through some pipeline stuff that I fixed up. And then that works. So now the builds are good. The only difference is that I need to install the latest .NET Core SDK, but that's only required based on some of the NuGet packages that you're needing. Kind of wonky, but it is what it is. So now what we want to do is I'm going to finish this pipeline. So that's what we're going to kind of do today. Pow! Hey, Alan, we were just literally talking about you. We figured out the Azure DevOps shenanigans here. I installed the .NET Core SDK 2.2, and then I also installed the latest monos, and then everything is building again, which is really cool. So got it all working very well. So, all right, I'm gonna go into this solution. Here, back to building. So what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna check out our iOS Android project. That's good. That's good. Options. So I'm going to change this to release, and we're going to create a key store here. To swap over. There we go. All right. So we want to use incremental. Startup tracing, concurrent, SDK assemblies, ARM 64. Perfect. All right, cool. So the settings are all good, actually. So what I can do to get my key store is do archive. And archive is going to allow us create a key store and sign this puppy. So while that's building up, let's do a few things here. Let us come into our project. And the first thing I'm going to do is update some version numbers. Here. And this is the extension that I built. So here we're going to find our Android project. There it is. Version numbers. Here we're going to use a predefined build ID, and then we'll just do 1.000, and we're going to do the same for iOS. I also have iOS version numbers, and we'll point that in the info plist file. iOS versions. So what will happen here is that it will always Set the CF bundle version to the build ID, and then the version name, which is human readable, to the build ID here. And we will do that. Nice. Right. Okay, this failed. Why did it fail? Let's see if the rebuild here. Yeah, and I want to put this, like I said, I'm going to export this eventually to just a YAML file and put it in the directory so people can kind of see what I did. I think would be nice. I'm going to try to do that today. Work on the DevOps. Because we had it like smoke test running, but I kind of want to push it out into the world. So we'll see. Yeah, and I go back and forth on like doing it like this versus... It is public. It is public. That's the thing. I think they bumped a bunch of stuff this week too, so that's probably why. So it's all public. So I think if you... I don't think that you can see... So if I go into here, I like open an incognito window. Let's see. Here. I don't think that you... So you can't see the things. You could like export it. But you don't get to see the pipeline, right? You get to see all this stuff. Which going up 16%. That's the problem. The releases here, right? You can kind of see some stages, things like that, but it'd be cool to see a preview of it, I guess. That would be nice. But at least the YAML, you can see it. I go back and forth on the YAML. The cool thing is if you have the visual, you can still output the YAML and kind of sync it back and forth. And it will adopt the YAML first and then use yours if you want to have a visual tool. But Donovan showed that if you have your YAML checked into your repo, I think, it will show it to you. Question mark? All right, let me. These problems always happening with. Cool. So, build successful. Let's try to archive this again. Oh, yeah, this still should work. Build success. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to here. Build bump. I'm going to change my variables here from like a release to debug to release. There we go. Then and enable the signing and zip aligning. Align, sign. We're gonna set that here. Packaging it. Hey Janice Q, good to see you, buddy. Good to see ya. Archiving is failed. Why did it fail to create? wonder if I also need to cancel that. Go to, I wonder if I need to be on. Try that out. Cancel. Super perfect. Go to let's go to tools, options. Grid settings. That diagnostics. Archive look. Cancel. All right, let us. License will expire in 13 days. That's not good. How much, Bryce? How are you? Just working on creating some archives for the app. Let's see. Archive. All right. Let's see if this is going to work. I'm going to create a key store. We can archive it correctly. Delete the bin obj. I think I have like a clean bin obj thing extension installed. Output. See if it. So here, what we can do is we can set up a password and alias. Go into variable, put a new key store password. Lock this. All right. Then I'll create a Oh, did it come out today? Ooh, I need to get on it. I need to get on it. I did not watch it yet. I need to. Also, the video game for the Switch is coming out soon too, so here we're gonna use a private key store password, and then we'll use that as the same password and key store alias. I want to watch it, so I mean that might be some weekend viewing if that's the case. And then there's like a turn-based one, so that's coming out pretty soon. I didn't see it on the list. Maybe it's next week because I just podcasted about it recently. Do you channel on Mixer too? I don't channel to Mixer. My main source is on Twitch. And additionally, once you're an affiliate, you can't multi-stream to other sources. So even if I wanted to, Ooh, you did? Oh, I'm excited to watch it. I can't. All right, so this is going to pump out files into our build binaries directory build configuration. It's going to sign it, and it's going to look for any APK inside of there, which is nice. And then here, we're going to give this a name. So we'll say enable, and then we're going to say drop Android. Oh, I'm excited. It looks really good. I'm glad they gave some money behind the Dark Crystal series for this, because I mean, you kind of reboot it, and it's like, for a lot of people it's going to be brand new just in general. So I'm really excited for it. We rewatched Dark Crystal recently. I own it. I'm gonna get that Disney Plus because there's the D23 subscription or whatever you can get like a discount on. I just want to see the Mandalorian series, but going back and watching it, I still thought it was really great. It's a very weird, creepy movie if your kids were watching it, but if you're watching it, then that's fine. So, but it was very good.
It's amazing, so amazing, so amazing.
Watch Me Code, thank you for the auto host. I super duper appreciate that. Oh, package. I need to know what is packaging. Not a lot of log. Else. Oh, nice. You watched the movie. Thanks. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's out there, you know, but I like it because I liked Labyrinth, and they're very different movies, but coming from the Jim Henson universe, it's pretty exciting. What is going on? Why did it fail? I cannot create archive file because the packaging process failed. All right, that doesn't really help. All right, so let's clean that bin obj just because. And then I'm going to go back to master as well. Check out. Just because. Oh, I'm on master. Oops, I want to be on V next. Yeah, we sat down and watched it. I believe that Heather enjoyed it. I want to imagine, at least. So it was still creepy, but I think she'll watch this show with me at least. Okay, so why is this not? All right, let's see. Let us clean bin OBJs. Let's rebuild everything. Properties should work. All right, for iOS, we're gonna build this thing. We're gonna still build iOS Simulator. I think the series is less creepy than the movie was. You know, like that guy, the one was always, it was too creepy. You know what I mean? That's good that it's less dark. I like that. I feel like it could have a lot of opportunity in the like fantasy realm. Just there's a lot of opportunity there because that's. They didn't really have to go too deep into that, I would say. And that was one thing that I wish they had gone a little bit deeper into. Apps. Yeah, we'll definitely watch the first one. All right, let's see. We'll see. We'll see if this thing is gonna build. Oh, I don't know what actually. Else I'll create one on this other computer and then pop it over. And I have key stores sitting around, but I don't really want to create a new key store. That would have been ideal. All right. So that built everything again. Some warnings. That's interesting. Seeded. Archive. But again. All right. Packaging. Oh, so it's going to tell me to use this manually. Easy enough. The ideal scenario is that this package is, else it won't. Oh, what happened? Right, well, go create one manually. Do the developer prompt. I see. My alias I put as Hanselman. Question is, can it just do? Okay, now where's my Java question? Oop. Be in lib? No. Bin? There it is. cd bin. There we go. James, Magno. Oop. Yeah. All right. There we go. Key store. Let's put that on my desktop. Boop. Okay. So now that we create the key store, we can just drop it in here. Boop. Nice. We got our key store password, our alias. Let me just make sure that this is correct. Now that should basically finish up the signing process, and it should put it in Android drop. So that should work. Shall see. That'll work. So work on that.
I'm way up, I feel blessed.
Hey AJ, thank you for the follow. I super duper appreciate that. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I go lives. Are your streams available on replay? Yes, you can count them on Twitch. We'll archive them for a while afterwards, and then you can check them out on my YouTube later. It's in the stuff below. Bam. All right, cool. So let us see. That's building. All right. Find matched key. All right, that's good. This should also break 2. Now, what? Unable to find the match key. Oh, ooh. App. Okay. Peculiar. Okay, so the reason this failed was that unable to find match. Oh, wow. I specified the wrong file. That's why. Let's go back to here. So when we're bumping the version numbers, we're not bumping the CS project, James. We are bumping the properties, Android manifest XML. There we go. Go from there. Cool. Nice. Builds. What we want to do here to let's developer and we should validate that our info plist refractor.hanselman. Go in here. Now the question is a 2-factor auth. No, because I don't have my phone on. Get text. Trust this browser. My account. Then we're going to certificates and IDs. These are all me identifiers. Add a new identifier. And that's my identifier. We're also going to turn on push notifications because we're going to use those later. Options. Did I already register? somebody else registered it, which is not cool. Oh, maybe it did work. Oh, it's not available. Who would take my name? Not cool. All right, so we'll... Yeah, not cool, yo. All right, this also should be... Come on now. Don't be like that. All right, so we're in release. This should be link. Oh, device iPhone. Release iPhone should be link. ARM64. Use LVM. Use concurrent garbage collector. Wait, you don't like that portal? It's like the best portal to portal, yo. Is the best portal to portal. It does look a little... I mean, they cleaned it up a tiny itty bitty bit, right? I mean... Okay, identifiers, devices, profiles, probably. Does it want to have local? That's good. Hanselman production. Generate. Download. Cool. All right. Now the only thing I need to do is come back over here into my pipeline. Ooh. Oh, that's no matching. Oh, I wonder if it couldn't bundle it because the APK wasn't. The date. So if this is working, it's kind of weird because it's like it's not generating the APK. These are really old project types, but it should generate an APK. Properties. Okay, we're not enabling. Oh, yeah, correct. Let's see. Android debug. Yeah, release. Enable profile AOT, SGen, use AAPT, council pause false, debug type full. I don't know if that. Let us look at a. Should be there. This is a very, 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 very old project. So, all right. So the other things we need to do now is we need to do install app provisioning profile and a certificate. All those. Now the profile will be that one that I just downloaded. Oop. Done. And then the cert we're gonna have to get here, but let's create a variable first, and we'll call it cert p12 password. Here we'll do, well, cool, and do a temporary keychain. Good, good, good. Here we're going to create an app package. Variables are release. That's good. Really, literally redoing your day. That's good. I like it. That's what you got to do, right? So these can be left blank because it'll just use whatever's installed on the machine. Should. Good, good, good. All right, we're gonna need to get that cert. Yeah, once you get it set up, it's like, that's great, and then it breaks later on. So I'm a big fan of the boots though, because then like you know that the mono version and other things are never gonna change. Like here's all the depths. Like we call it provisionator kind of internally, but okay. So if I compare these side by side, let's see what they say differently. Cool. This should be bug type true. Oh, portable. And this would be bug symbol true. Optimize true, bin release, error prompt for use shared runtime false. E8 R8 SGen. That looks good. Let's double check it. Someone deletes all the certs from the build machine. Yeah. That is a problem. Let's switch this to release. Yeah, I guess what we're seeing is do it. Oh, you know why this is failing? I think here there's a create app package button. That's why I didn't do it. So it's actually here, not anywhere else. All right, so we got to get this cert. So I'm going to we're going to disable this currently. Save it. Then I'm going to go to other machine. On my Mac now. Over on my Mac, and I'm going to export. I'll call this my pod.com. Yeah. Go over to my variables while we're doing that. I can throw a password. pipelines. Email myself. Myself a new. Security things. Probably still gonna fail, I guess. Cool. All right, so hey Lashlan, how's it going, buddy? We're just doing some cert stuff, fun. All right, so what we have now is we have our cert Hanselman production, my P12 cert that I just uploaded, bumping version numbers, mono install, restore, NuGet. Yep. That looks good. I mean, if I go into my iOS project. Ooh, I don't know what I just did. So I'll undo whatever I just. Oh, here it is. Cool. Reload that. All right, so now we're reloading. Properties. Okay. This is good. Tweak the settings on Android. We're gonna push that up. Oh, I also need to enable the drop. So this will be publish drop iOS. These don't need any signing identities because they should just work. Run NuGet restore. Cool. Save. Pipelines. Pop! Come on! Whoa, what a welcome, everyone! Man the decks, Goose Man coming in. The goose is loose. Oh my goodness! I don't have the voice changer like the goose, so it's not quite as good. But you know, let's get those hypes going. Everyone, hype it up. Hype for the goose. Boom! Thank you for the raid, Goose Man. Super duper appreciate that. I knew one day it would totally happen. Oh my goodness. Welcome everybody coming in from the man, the legend, the Gooseinator 5000. If you're coming from Goose's room, well, first, welcome. And yeah, I've been finally able to raid. I feel like you've been trying for a long time, which is good. Super duper appreciate that. And what we've been working on is an app for the Hanselman for a long time. We've been working on this app over and over and over again. It's kind of my 10% project. And we're finally finishing the DevOps stuff, which is everyone's favorite thing to watch. But what's cool is that, thanks to the Goose Man, we have closed captionings on this feed, in case you didn't know. I don't know why this is so buggy. There we go. It totally happened. We got the closed captionings going in full force for the stream, which is rad. It's the first stream with it, which I super duper love. Yeah, this is what we've been building, this Hanselman app. Got his blogs, got his tweets, got his podcast. We're going to redo this a little bit and merge these two sections. But, oh, he just retweeted RJCC. Good friend of the show, Richard Lawler. His podcasts coming in, doing all this stuff. And we've just been setting up the CI pipeline for this puppy at this point, which has been super fun. And things have been building and releasing, and we've been messing around with it. We got our Android certs, our iOS certs, all that good stuff. How'd your stream go, Goose? I think Goose sticks around a little bit. Here, guys. Allow it. Shipping it. I love it. Ship it. Everyday shipping. Got the Goose. Give some Goose hearts. Lovely. Well, that's good. What you shipping? Do you ship the updates? Ranting, blogging, Dockers, like that. We're getting close. Yeah, we've been messing around. We've been managing our pipeline by manually installing all the dependencies on the server when we need to build. So that's been kind of nice. Ranting, some blog planning, all on the extension or other stuff. Getting ready for September. That's what you're getting ready for. I'm gonna buy so many subs. I hope the guest subs are 50% off. That would be nice. Buy all the subs from Subway. Other stuff, nice. Nice. I like to keep chat window open over here. Use it up. Let's see if everything's still working. Since we got the Gooseinator 5000 up in the house. Cool, man. Yeah, have a good one. Yeah, so we got that stream CC. Everything should be working still. Question mark? Yep, there it is. Nice. Well, have a good one, Goose. Thank you so much for being amazing, and thank you for the raid. Okay, cool. We're getting closer over here. So Android should be building, I think, finally. If we go down, we're building Android. This should ship it at some point here. Now that we check the checkbox. Yeah, go eat some food. You got to nourish that body. Nourish the mind, nourish the body, the heart, the soul. Whatever you need. Let's see what happened on iOS. So build iOS failed. I launched Twitter cannot be found. Cool. Cool. What? How is that a thing that this? All right, let's just try to build this thing and see what happened. I'm curious as to why. Twitter. So, Android success. Successfully building Android. Signing it, zip aligning, dropping it down. Drop it down. Only 81 warnings, no big deal. Signing and zip align, good. Drop Android, signed it, done. All right, so what happened on iOS over here? View logs. It says, and I quote, helpers, the namespace I launched Twitter could not be found. Aw. You know what? I don't even need this anymore because you know why we don't need this anymore? Because we can use the launcher on this thing. Is why. Let's refactor a little bit of this code. One, I don't know why that failed. So I have this code in here, and what this does is it will attempt to see if it can launch Twitter or Tweetbot if then it's installed on the machine, else it will launch stuff. But item only ever do it here. I launched. Sure. Oh. So I don't even need to do this because what we can do is something like if device dot device device info dot platform equals device platform dot iOS. Then what we'll do is this logic, this and if device, no, we want launcher dot and open async. Wait, this would be we can say if it can open Twitter / then open it, open async, and then we will put in a string, which will be this string. I guess I don't even need to put that thing in there. Is good. Oh, and then also we do the same thing but for Tweetbot. Else if same thing. Else Tweetbot. Then go into here. Oop. I don't know why. Hanselman. We can actually get rid of all these dependencies because we just got sharecode. All right, cool. So that's good. And then we can delete this, get out of here. Then also inside of our, wait, open. Goose is not loose anymore. A goose is not loose. Okay, so then here we can also copy and paste this code. So then what we can do is inside of our view model, Twitter view model, but we can copy all this. There's probably some command that's like execute load. Where's the Twitter page.
While you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible. Kim Philpotts, thank you so much for your tier 1 sub coming in at 8 months. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Good morning. Good morning. One of my favorite Australians out there. Yes. Okay, so what are we doing here? There's this open thing. We're gonna create a new command. So we're fixing some stuff, Kim. And by fixing some stuff, I am breaking some stuff. So command go open tweet. For some reason, whenever we are public command the open, wait, I can just do this. For some reason, when we compile in release mode and it gets linked out, things are missing for some reason. So we're very close, but for some reason it can't for some reason find some file that's linked out, I think. And that's strange. I don't know why. But we're gonna do open tweet command get, and then I will do a async task execute open tweet command. There we go. And I should pass in a string. String URL, I guess. And then what we can do in here is we can do this URL, and if it is Twitter, oh, this should be the tweet ID. Perfect. And if it's a tweet ID, we are going to go directly to status ID. Get rid of this. Boop, boop, boop. Status ID. Else, do this. Bot. And finally, else we will do this. That should exist. Yes. Status ID. Perfect.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
R2, thank you so much for the sub, coming in 8 months with a 7-month streak.
Nothing is impossible.
It should also read that I crushed it from 2013 to present.
Thank you so much for the sweet, sweet subs. Of course, we donate that sweet, sweet monies, that profits, over to our good friends at the Duke Langer Foundation. All right, let's delete this. That's gone. Get out of here. Code that I no longer need. And then up in this thing, we should be able to do open tweet command equals new command async. We're going to pull in our new stuff at some point. Async s execute wait execute yeah, that worked. There we go. Beautiful. So then, instead of doing all this shenanigan, should say list view dot item list view dot item tapped. Try that out. Right? Yeah. And here we should have our view model. That's also really bad. Who wrote this code? Terrible. Jeez. Who wrote this code? So this
Nothing is impossible.
dot what did I call it? The command. Open tweet command dot execute tweet dot status ID. Bam. All right, so now let's see, set as startup. Boop. Now let's change this to the iPhone, which is, oh, you know what? I'm kind of also curious. We go into our pipeline, and that'd be correct. Let's just triple check this pup. Edit. Build iPhone app. Build configuration, build that, do this. That's good. Variables, release, good. Okay. So if I change this to iPhone, this should do this. Not paired, so offline will be there. All right, that was quick. We can pair it over here to our device. I will say you use one build task for all platforms. One build task for all in Azure DevOps. In Azure DevOps, I have two jobs. I have this Android job first. So there's one pipeline. I have multiple pipelines, actually. I have a pipeline for my Azure functions, and then one for the apps. And then the apps, I have edit. There we go. So two jobs. They both run on the same agent, but here I have my Android agent. It installs .NET Core, bumps version numbers, installs Mono, installs Android, just so I have control over it. Builds the Android app, signs it, drops it, and then I have another one for iOS that just so I kind of segment them in different steps. And that way it's good to say like, oh, did Android fail or did iOS fail? So they're a little bit separate. But I am using just release for all intensive purposes. So release iPhone simulator. Or release iPhone, release any, basically. All right, this should work now. Let's go back to my remove iLaunch Twitter and re-implement logic for it. Yeah, and I plan on putting this into a YAML file if we have time today. We're going to see how much time I have left as I'm going through it. So we're going to kind of give it a go. They do run in parallel. Yep. They run in parallel. You can do that. I think that they by default run in parallel. So this is execution plan of this. But they run at the same time. They're on the same agent, but different jobs, and each job can run independently. That's new. It used to not be able to do that. The parallelism is just the tasks inside the agent, but the pipeline itself can run at the same time. If that makes sense. I don't even think that that is a setting anywhere. Yeah. which is nice. What I want to do here is steal our little graph. We don't even run it on Jenkins anymore. I think this is on those. Then that anymore. Abby. There, and that actually goes into the build definition now, which is nice. Tests. No tests. And build that. Downlink. Pretty sure that and what else? And are we building that on Windows? Let's look. Yep. Okay. This build succeeded now, so that is good. So let's go ahead and check this puppy in. And in fact, if I cannot fill in a bunch of other details about this really quick. Nope. Sure. Let's do that. The most awesomest Hanselman is built originally. Not do this. On. Yep. Twitch. We added audio and video playback, background synchronization, Azure Functions optimized backend, Azure Logic app updating. pretty UI with Xamarin.Forms shell. Collection, view, material, visual, and more. Blog, tweets, podcasts, and videos. There we go. Gotta update those readmes. A possible bot. I don't remember what I was doing. Oh. Made possible by the here. Let's do what's cool is we can do let's see if we can alphabetize. Glide X. Monkey Cache. JSON. I've heard stories of people updating readmes but never seen it in real life. Now you're experiencing updating those readmes in real time. Media, do it here. Look at cache, and we can do this too. And top.json. Pancake view or Xamarin.Forms. That should be. Oh, and also then what you do, go over here. Then to give everyone credit, since I really want to update this thing, you do slide X GitHub, Organizer GitHub, Circle plugin GitHub, Media Manager GitHub, Monkey Cache GitHub, MVVM helpers GitHub, Son.net GitHub, Pancake view, pull to refresh, GitHub, Xamarin, Shiny, GitHub, go Xamarin.Forms. I can just do this. Cool. This in here. Pancake, I like the pancake. Oh, Xamarin Essentials, thank you. Essentials. And then we got the shiny. We got the full refresh layout. Bam. We got the pancake views. Pancakes! 8 waffles 5 days straight coming out of the waffle. We had a waffle wedding, which was pretty great. And waffle themed wedding. We had appetizer pancakes. Right? Appetizer waffles, and then also dessert waffle station, and gluten-free, and additionally dairy-free ones too, which is pretty amazing. Oh, look at this. Bing search. See how it does. Nope, that's not it. Martin, number 2. I'm for media manager. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, so good. Craig Dunn was in love with it. It was just like, oh, so good. Basically had it for Craig. Oh, that's interesting. They put the things on here too. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it was really beautiful. And my nice are. Okay. Bam. All right. Oh, because the monkey. Okay, so let us check it in. Okay. So you'll be able to now do close right. Delete that. All right. 3 summaries. All right, there we go. All right, I'm gonna get a water real quick. Let's see if this works. Back. Your keyboard needs a GitHub button. It does. We're going today with passion fruit. LaCroix, passion fruit. This stream sponsored by LaCroix. You can get LaCroix at a local grocery. Pick up a 12-pack for $2.99 today. I recommend passion fruit. Now, I will say this stream is not as fancy as him, Phil Potts. You can tell that he really got into his stream because he's got fancy transitions, fancy emulator overlays. Very fancy. Very impressive. Me? No, I'm not impressive at all. Overproduced. Him is fancy. He's got the good stuff. He's fancy. All right, let's see if this worked. But see how both jobs are running in parallel here? The nice thing I do like about... Well, Kim's going to show me how to do the Zamagon cutout. Davis says, I heard a person on Twitter. You heard them? You read them. Describe LaCroix as drinking soda water while somebody in a distance room in your house shouts the name of a fruit. Yeah, kind of. I don't know. Well, I went back and forth. We tried a bunch of other ones, such as Bubbly. The bubbly, and it's okay. It's a little bit too fake tasting for me, like whatever flavoring they use. There's Spindrift, which uses real fruit. That is delightful. That's the best, but it's very expensive. Oh. I am praying here that this works. Building Android. Android should continue to work. Oh, you know what? I'm curious. I do have the iOS project. I'm curious if for some reason it doesn't have... It doesn't. Oh, no, it does. There, right there. Okay. That's good. I say that's what it's building. Okay. Okay, that is building. We're gonna set up a new App Center app. I created a Hanselman.Forms repo, so we'll say Hanselman.Forms Android release. That's, I don't know what that is. We are building Android, Xamarin, add a new app, distribute, groups, new release, new group, public custard. Cool. So created an app, distribution. We should also do what? Yes, we need to do App Center. Not in this one. Do it in our big one. Come on, iOS. Come on. Come on. What is it saying? The type or namespace startup could not be found. App delegate. It's sort of as if it is not including I had a feeling that it had nothing to do with whatever I, but my assumption is that what can't be found about. Makes no sense. Startup could not be found on 37. Oy. And app cannot be found, which is also strange. As if the linker is removing stuff for no reason. Which doesn't make any sense. Have I thought about a cycling podcast? I haven't thought too much about one. I guess I don't follow cycling too much though. What would you be interested in, I guess? Anything specific? I think for some reason it can't find. There's dot shared and then there's like this. I'm also curious if I just rename this like dot or. the assembly name. Okay, then colors. Did you test real XAML live preview? I don't know what that is. Do not know what that is. Write this out. Try link skip for so let us go into be developer, it's going to be distribution. All right, well, that is going on and continuing to go. We're going to continue our fight, if you will, to get this going. So I have a mobile pipeline. We're going to create a new, not release, we're going to create a new release pipeline. And in here, we should be able to do an app center tribute deploy Android to collaborate board. And I have a connection already. The app slug is going to be username app identifier, which is going to be Hanselman.Forms. Be there we go. Move this. Binary path should be have a drop. Should only have one APK. Should be drop Android there. I don't have release notes. I don't know, really. I just listened to James and Frank discuss nerdy stuff. So bikes. Yeah. I don't know, maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Depends what you'd want to hear, I guess. It would be interesting. All right, so we have collaborate. Dev. And then let's clone this. This will be public. And then let's do a deployment prover. Okay. Now the difference to public is that we need to
I'm way up, I feel blessed.
Jet, thank you so much for the follow. Let those emotes fly. Let me give it a destination ID. IDs are going to be this ID here. It's super hidden. We gotta know where to look. And here we'll do variables. We'll do void. To be. There we go. Save that. All right, let's Good. Now we just need a build that is successful. That's what we need. Android fail. How did Android fail? I assume it's because I need to. Rep. Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't work because a bunch of the code is in here and all. I change that. Yeah, try not that. I was like, it's not gonna work because the assembly name's different and the XAML lookups are different, so not gonna work. Skips. Try that. Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna fail just because that one still failed just because. Say that, yeah, that also should have failed. I'm not sure why. Yeah, iOS 1. I got the summary. Let's see if this is. I could like rename. Need a bunch of these. Just clogging up my stuff. So, oops. Cancel. Good thing it asks you if you want to double check. But do you want to delete all that stuff that you just did? No. Whoops. Also, we want to cancel that. This stuff. Look at me. I'm just going to make my build ratio much better. For all intents and purposes. Alright, so last success. Bumping. Alright, cool. Let's try this again. Edit. You run. That's good, and then we can also do is solve it. New branch, we'll call it App Center. So want to manage stuff. Center. Android. Cool. Well, have a good night, Steven. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. Glad I started a little bit early for you. Cheers. Have a good weekend. Crush it. I guess over in Australia, it's probably Saturday morning. Saturday morning. All this. Yes, I have the stickers coming in. I'm very excited about it. Oh, different stickers. But I did see your tweet about stickers, and I do want stickers. Stickers. I'm very excited about it. And I'll see, actually, Steven pretty soon, which is pretty nice. Yeah, in the Cologne. Oh, sticker. We're going to install distribute, analytics, all the things. Then I think I also need to install like oh, thanks, Bill. Yeah, I'm just kind of working through it. That's for sure. Let's see here. So distribute analytics, install that puppy. So I'm going to install crashes, analytics, and distribute because I don't really want to distribute it publicly yet if I don't have the auto update stuff in there, which is what the distribution stuff does. So I believe that we need to add these tips. Yes. Indeed. And I had to figure out how to do this. But iOS or anything for Android? Android dependency. Do you have to add anything into your Delego? All right, so okay, you do anything there? Cool. So those are installed. I'm gonna go into my YAML, my on start, shove that in there, and fix, crash, then of all right, so cool. So then what we need to do is do if not debug. Then we need to do a bring const bring center iOS. Oops. Android. Okay. This. Cool. All right. Then over here, we need to do this iOS thingy. df URL types. To do that, we are going to open info plist code. And we are going to add that into the dictionary. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that. I think it does it automatically. I don't think I need to actually that, right? Do I? It should contain the following entry with your app secret instead of that. Yes, I need to update it. I need to figure that out still, but all right, cool. Let's see if my builds have finished at all. Things open right. All let's close stuff. And I bet it failed, and it failed. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, Android is successful. iOS is not. All right. Great. Why? Same issue. It must have something to do with the linker. So app cannot be found. Strange. So it worked in debug, which is good. So it definitely built the shared. So, yep, did it here. Storing packages, generating MS build for it. Cool.
I'm way up, I feel blessed.
I Scream Code, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Let those emotes fly. Yeah, the question becomes type name. All right, so I'm gonna go over to my Mac and call I get my cool. So let's test this out. When I go to here, I go into signing and bundling. There, okay, so productions there. So this should be the exact same as what's on my machine over here, but I am also going to download the code on my Mac and open it for Mac. But it did at one time build. And I think the difference was that I changed it to this was just a debug. Yeah. Compared to now, it's a release build. So why? Why? Yeah, what I'd expect is that this should fail. Yeah. I got my Mac right here. Boop. Go and see what's up. Oh, this is definitely building it, so one thing I can think of is that it's not building this one. Weird. Not build. Oh, snap. Let me cancel this. Wow. Okay, so if I go into Configuration Manager, there we go. Wow. There you go. See here? Here's the problem. it wasn't being built. Crazy. Let's see what any CPU said. Yeah, that's good. Nice. Gotcha. Got me. It got me. But now I'm in App Center branch, so let me do add App Center SDK. That's funny. So I opened it in Visual Studio. Let me do webcam. So that's how I found it. Because in Visual Studio for Mac, it highlights that it did it. Yeah.
Nothing is impossible.
I don't know anything about Docker. I don't know the difference between an image and a container. I don't know when I use a Docker file or when I use a compose file. This is enough to scare me to go update my LinkedIn profile and look for another job.
Oh man. I love it. I love it so much. All right, configuration manager. Like, why isn't it? Why can't it find the XAML file? Oh, because it's not being built. And I also can delete all this junk in here. I don't ever need to link this stuff. That's great. Build stuff. Build it. Nothing is impossible. I need to add a few more.
My name is Scott Hanselman. You can find me on the internet.
Need some new one. Cool. I feel very positive now about this build work. So that's good. Because what we need to do is we additionally need to figure out a way of executing some scripts. So I need to figure out this is the stuff I need to do. Because I'll need to swap out. I need to run some shell commands. I'm pretty sure to swap out some variables. So, like, if I did bash do it all inline. And then I could do like I don't know what the constants are there though. But they should be something like like that, and this would be like /Android. / and /apps. I think so. This will replace anything with App Center _Android with that. Could be Android. I don't actually know if this will run correctly or not. Mark. Oh, you can just put it right in here. Oh, so I should be able to do like App Center Android with that'll work. I'm just gonna disable it for now, I think. So pipelines, building. Ah! Oh, that's not correct. It should be building now. Ow! Okay, so configuration. Oh, you know what it is? Oh. Because I actually built this other solution. I actually built this other solution because I'm silly. And that's what's happening. Oh, but that's iPhone simulator release. Yep. Build it. There we go. Don't ask why. Don't ask. Then we come back here. Build. Ow. There we go. You got this. You got this. One day. Right. Very excited. This will definitely work. Definitely work. Make Scott do his own. I could. Well, I am doing a show. Should come out in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. All about the DevOps. To convince Scott to take it over. Build Scott Hanselman. Well, he already has the Scott Hanselman website, so I don't think he needs another. The iOS, you got this. Okay, so all right, we're just gonna see if it works. Why is this still not be outputting the files? files.
I'm way up, I feel blessed.
Dave, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciate that. Raising that count ever so slowly. Oh, cool. Thanks for stopping by. We're just seeing if we can get our final actual build building. Chelsea.
I'm way up, I feel blessed.
Mossy, thank you so much for the follow as well. Let those emotes fly. Get some hype for the follows. Appreciate that. If you're sitting around lurking, that's cool too. You do you. You do you. All right. How long have I been twitching? You can do this. You can do... Mossy says, many years ago I was a .NET product manager. Cool. Just keeping up with Microsoft love. Awesome. Very cool. I'd known about your Twitch channel earlier. Oh, nice. Well, I'm here every Friday. I think we're going strong. When's the 1 year anniversary? I think I started last October, November. Yeah, almost been twitching for a year. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm on. You got this build. There's so much. You can go to my YouTube channel below, and they're all archived there too. Don't worry. But it would take you quite a long time. You could see the progression. You could skip through really fast, most likely. Thanks, buddy. Drop in artifacts. How did it upload a... Yes, I don't want on a line. That would work. Got this. This means that it definitely pretty sure worked. For iOS, I need to do... iOS, I need to do another cert and then re-sign it later. Figure that out probably next week. Because right now I'm just using the production cert, which maybe I just want to use a dev cert and then re-sign with production. Probably. Probs. Probably doing final L. Faith. So many images I could just remove though. Look at all these images not doing anything. Good. Close that down. We know this builds because I built it. Bing. Or maybe already built it. Building it. No, it's good. No, it's so close. Oh, didn't find path to publish / release. /release /iPhone. So close. Everything built successful. Alan, it's good. We're close. What I needed to do. So we're building everything, bumping version numbers, finalizing and signing everything in DevOps, and then we're going to push stuff to App Center, distribute. We are close. The only thing I need to do here, do slash this needs to go into variables. This is iPhone. So now I couldn't find anything to publish, which is a shame, but it all goes into here. So when I go into summary, we should see that we're very, very close. Very, 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 very close on this queue. And that what happened is, okay, so /iPhone/release. That's where it actually is, not the other one. Good thing I checked that. So this should be binaries, iPhone/release, and queue. Good. Done. All right. And in the spare time, what we can do here is do a clone. And I want to enable. You know what I want. Oh, this is clone. Okay, I was gonna. Whoa, wait a second. Clone. Give this a Oh, nice. Yeah, I enjoy Azure DevOps. There's some things with Azure DevOps when building in which, you know, it's not hyper mobile optimized, but there is some stuff in there which is no file/directory found. So I think what I need to do is do. I need to find, where does it put it at? Predefined variable. Get to that. Build.repository.localpath. So I should be able to do like this, and I should be able to do like app directory, and I'd actually put this in a file in line, obviously. So yeah, I don't know. I turn on all the previews all the time. I mean, it's definitely done very well, right? I mean, it's changed a lot for the better, but they do change stuff. Let's see if this is going to. So the iOS one is finishing up. All I want is us finish it. So this one, all I'm testing is that it can run my bash. I don't want to do a full build, so I just kind of like, I could run it locally, I guess, but did do it. Oh, did it? Okay. Oh, that worked. Bam! Nice. Of course, it doesn't actually have that branch, so let's try it one more time. See if it works. Chatty Bill. No, why didn't this work? Ah. Oh, no path to publish found. Oh, gosh darn it. No, I did something wrong. What did I do? I need to copy things somewhere. No? Drop copy. You know what? That's what it is. I have a hello DevOps sample. What did I do wrong? Have to do what? Have to copy things. Here we go. Then drop it. Okay, so I messed this up. I messed up because I did wrong. Okay, so I am going to drop these. Drop iOS. Okay. But I need to add another one, which is going to be copy files. That one. Copy files is going to do what? There we go. We're going to copy the files from the working directory, find any IPAs, copy them into artifact staging directory, take that staging, put it in drop iOS, and go. Boom. Beautiful. All right, now let's see if this Android thing works. Yeah, that seemed to have worked. See? Right there, because it's a private variable, so that totally seemed to have worked. Like that. Cool. So then what we can do is we can integrate this back in to here, which would be this. Edit pipeline again. This. Environment variables. Now this is, of course, assuming that let's assuming that it can read that, so oh, let us just turn not super secret. Give that tasks. Cool. Alright, cool. Well, it says I use Unity 3D for apps. 3D 2D pipeline has more creative capabilities. Yeah, I mean, if you're building like really rich 3D stuff, I mean, even building over native language stuff, right? I mean, choose the platform that's right for you. Luckily, you get to use C# still, so. I would say, though, if you were to go to Ryan Davis's stuff, I mean, yeah, it's like if you're looking at fully cross-platform, I think the iOS APIs are really, really nice, obviously. Like, Ryan does some really great blog posts. But it's like if you're into just doing 3D stuff, then Unity's pretty good. Yeah, I was just reading this one. I like this stuff. This one right here. Yeah, I think we really do need to invest probably in a nice like we had Urho Sharp, which is really nice, which I really enjoyed, and then that does some stuff. But it's like if you need a whole editor, a whole thing, things like this, which is really cool. Yeah, he did this his app's amazing, but like doing a bunch of cool stuff. Classic. Did a bunch of ARKit stuff. Just in Xamarin iOS, which is cool. Yeah, he seems like an okay person. A monkey in there. Pretty bananas. Good. Good. Good demo app. Okay. In a world where we can get green, we can finish the stream because I gotta go to the bank. Gotta go to the bank. Classic. I think Mossy is starting his stream up. Took a while to install some stuff. Alright, I think that this will actually build faith. These will actually do it. Oh my. Oh, that one doesn't have my fixes in. That's why that one's. That's the App Center SD. That's okay. This is the only one we care about. This is the one that actually has stuff in it. Yeah, the App Center one I need to pull up from master. Is that the still one that you still are going? The one that you presented all the time? Yeah, Mossy's doing less coding on his stream and my stream. Yeah, it depends what you're building. They're different things, I guess, you know. Depends on what you're building. I think that you're building like 3D things or games or whatever. That's where Unity excels. It's what it was built for. But if you're building like Frank and he's building 3D stuff and just Xamarin iOS, I mean, his stuff's fantastic. So, yeah, I mean, his stuff's like spectacular. But it's, you know, that's what you're using the power of like iOS and the platform and SceneKit and all the things for. But if you're like, oh, I want the best cross-platform 2D, 3D engine in the entire world, well, it's not what we're trying to do. That's what Unity's trying to do. So that's why it's not a versus. It's what do you build and get the best tool for the job. Yeah, I don't see myself ever using Unity because it's not the type of apps that I build. You know, kind of my thought. But I have a lot of friends that use Unity for game stuff. So I don't know why I can't get the build output. Oh, snap.
Today was a good day. Nothing is impossible.
All right, so if we look at this puppy, we should have, where's our, we should have some, where's, oh, how come I can't see my artifacts? Oh, it's here. They moved it. Boom. So we have this Android APK. Boom, it's there. It's very big. I don't know why. I gotta figure it out. Oh, we put up startup chasing. And iOS, we should have our, thanks Lashlon. We have our release. We have our big IPA, 16 megabytes compressed. Nice. Let's give Lashlon one of those here. August 30, boom, you are in the books. Whoop, whoop. All right, cool. We are going to end the stream, even though we didn't release it. That's okay, because our pipeline is dope now. I'm very much excited about it. Things are building, and if we go to Hanselman.Forms, GitHub, we should see some build statuses. Green loves it. Lillian, thank you so much for the follow. Super appreciate it. Next week, we will finish more stuff on this puppy here. Get it done. In general, I'll update this branch. This will start kicking off some stuff. Now we got builds that are happening in real time. Things are good. I'm very much excited. We'll start signing stuff. We'll start pushing it off. Bingo, bango, boom. We got some builds. They're green. Azure pipelines. It's happening. Then we'll push them over to the app centers, distributes. We'll get them going. So close on our release pipeline. I'm very excited about it. But I do have to run. I got to go. We're going to head over to the Rambling Geek over here. So stick around for a raid. I appreciate it. We'll see if I'll be around before that. If you have a long holiday here in the States, enjoy it.
Hey, friends.
It should also read that I crushed it from 2013 to present.
If you don't have a long weekend, enjoy your weekend anyways. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for the last 3 hours or so. Let's see what my up. Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you so much. Everyone, have a great one. We're going to head over to Rambling. Hope you enjoy. Rambling is up to shenanigans. All right, cool. I will see everyone next week. Have a great weekend. Until then, peace.
coming in. There's a stream. There's a raid coming in. Little kitten.